Welcome back for the back nine of the Lower Forest Flying Saucer Open 2022. We're going to go straight into hole 10 here in a second, starting off with the scoreboard. It's going to pop up here in a second. That's going to be the order that we're starting our tees off in. It should be a good one to watch. There's our scores. Nick, me, AJ, Ashton. Nick for his hole 10 drive. This one you just want to kind of throw straight down the hill. It's down there in a circle of trees. Nick kind of pulled it, but got a little lucky. Didn't get stuck up in those trees. I'm just trying to throw something straight. A little hyzer, not too much. The basket's right there. You can kind of see the flag to the left of where I threw. AJ just hyzered a little too much, but it'll be alright. Ashton for his drive. I go a little high, but looked good. Definitely would not complain about that drive at all. Looking for a long putt. It was close. Gave it a good run. Nick looking for a longer putt. Wow. Laid it up pretty nicely, though. Got a good up on that. Going for my up right here, too. I was right in the way of that tree, so it was kind of hard to have a straight putt at the basket. None of us really parked this hole like we normally do. This is actually kind of a bad day for us on this hole. Everybody just tapping in right here.
That's a 3.
Hole 11, you just want to throw pretty straight. And it's down there by that little gravel spot. And just straight and hope you don't go in the pond. That's not there right now, but there are flags, pink flags around the pond. You kind of see the muddy spot to the right, and then all OB left. But we're playing tall grass is okay, but there's a fence 3 feet into the tall grass, and we're playing that as OB. AJ absolutely shanked this shot. We had to find this disc. It took us, I think, a day to find. I think we looked for it for 15 minutes and then just left it, and then AJ came back the next day and found it. Ashton got pretty good down there, just in the tall grass, but I don't think he went OB, so he's pretty safe where he's at. AJ just shanked it again, man. Right back into the woods. Ashton for his up shot. Pretty good up, and gave it a good run right there. Nick for his second shot right here. Had a pretty good shot. You went in a little bit closer to the basket, obviously, but not bad at all. Better than what I had. AJ for his fourth stroke. Went OB twice. This is for my 2 right here. I just gave it a little too much hyzer, but that putt was close. Ashton knocked his down right there. Everybody knocked theirs in right here real quick. I think. Yeah. Okay, we're all good. Oh, I got the big putt. Yes, sir. This hole right here, you just want to kind of throw straight. Nick just got a little high on it. I'm mad because I got in the way of this, but this was an ace run right here, and it was so close. I was probably a couple feet short of the ace run, but I stood right in the way. It's pretty fun. I didn't really see where that one went. AJ just ripped it a little too much hyzer again. That's AJ's one problem, but we're working on it. His form looks a lot better today than it did tournament day. Nick just taking a soft little up shot. Gave a little bit of hyzer. Kind of scary on the hill like this because you don't want to roll. But he got pretty lucky where he landed. AJ for his up shot. Played it safe up towards the top of the hill. Ashton for his up. Just went long and just hyzered a little too much. Nick for a long putt right here. Just hit the top of the basket. AJ. Oh, just caught the chains too far to the left. I went long after my bounces and stuff, but everybody just tapping in now. Easy putts, easy putts. This hole I absolutely shanked. You want to throw kind of a turnover, but I didn't turn it I didn't put it out there far enough to the left. I'm just far right. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. And they kind of rolled his a little bit, so it wasn't too bad. Ashton got through the gap in the middle for a little bit, then hit a tree, but got pretty lucky where he landed. AJ just took a soft shot. Didn't give it too much, but then he's got a safe second shot, a little forehand. With his shark, dude, he loves that thing. That thing is funny looking. It's bright orange and just has a shark, dude. Sharks are the funniest looking animals, in my opinion. I don't know, actually. Armadillos are funny looking too, bro. Nick just missed his putt a little high. Ashton for his putt. Just missed a little too much hyzer on that. Nick and Ashton are tapping in on the left side of the screen. You can't really see him too well, but I'm going for my putt right there. Hit the front of the cage. I was so mad. I thought that was in from where I was. Gave it a good run, though. That's about all I had. AJ gave it a good run. Got somewhat decent roll. I had to shoot that thing down so it'd stop rolling, though. Easy little tap in the putt. Same for AJ. I don't understand how he makes those sometimes, but then misses one shorter. He just doesn't think about them long enough. He takes them for granted. This is a little soft putter shot. You kind of see the basket hiding down there. I'm walking down there. That way I can see if the disc goes long. Everybody did good. Ashton just got a little unlucky and rolled all the way down into the pond. But other than that, everybody stayed dry. Ashton's looked so good, and then it hit something. Hit like a stick or something when they got down to the green, and then just unlucky from there. Barely missed a rock that was on the edge of the pond. Nick tapped his in. AJ going for his. A little short, but he's alright where he's at. Ashton taking his up from the pond down there. I'm taking my putt. Barely missed it. I was so mad on that one. Those are the ones that you need right there. Nick took a big forehand. The basket's over there to the left. You can take a forehand gap out there. My forehand isn't the nicest, so I tried taking a straight gap, just something, throwing a slight hyzer. But this one I just hyzered a little too much. Call a tree to the left, kick down. Got lucky, it didn't go in the pond. Ashton hits a gap. It's kind of hard to see his disc though, but he hits the gap pretty well. He got down there on the other side of the pond. AJ just caught some trees and just spiked right in the middle of the pond. That disc is still laying there today. Just threw a soft little upshot with the buzz. Try to get it up there, puttable range. AJ did the same thing with his shark. Just got it up there. Hit a rock off the back. Looked like it was going to skip in, but it actually went like past the rock. But we couldn't tell from like where we were. Ashton took his up. Nick taking his up right here. Gave a decent little bid, I'm not going to lie. I made my putt for my par save. Ashton for his par. Made it. Nick going for his par. AJ for his bogey right there, I think. Yeah, his bogey. Nick with the turbo putt. Kind of like the jelly putt, honestly. I ain't gonna cap. This basket's hard to see, but it's kind of like a straight hyzer shot. Nick kind of pulled it a little too far to the right, but that stump is straight ahead, like right to the side of the where Nick was. You kind of want to go straight over that and just let it hyzer out. I pulled it a little bit too, but hit an early tree and didn't get a good kick after that. Nick got a pretty good kick where he was, though, too. Ashton just lifted a little too much. AJ did the same thing, just too much hyzer and too, far up in the air. Taking the second shot. Still can't see the basket. You really can't see it until you get up there. Taking my up. Trying to see where I can get this to. See every line I got to it. I gave that a little too much hyzer, too much power behind it. Went long in the basket. Nick took his up and got a little lucky roll after he landed. AJ just with a soft hyzer.
That was a good line.
There's the basket finally. Our basket's a couple 100 feet longer, but that's for different courses that we are not playing yet. You will see those one day though. Nick knocked down the big putt. I'm way back there taking a big putt as well, and I got it for my par save. I needed that one. AJ tapped in. Ashton going for his. Tapped it in. No problem. Hole 17. You just want to throw a big spike hyzer right down this middle gap. Nick hit the gap, just not enough hyzer. Throwing my spike up in the air. And I parked it a little bit, just 5 feet to the left of the basket, but had a nice and short putt. Ashton just pulled up a little too high on that one. Cut a little short. AJ got through the gap, just didn't put enough power onto it, but had the long putt from where he was and the clean putt. Ashton taking his up shot right now. And just turned it over a little too much. He's growing out of those keystones, I think. That might have been his judge, too. I don't know. Nick hit a big putt right there to keep his lead alive. Because I'm right there on his toes right now. Everybody taking their ups. AJ missed a putt. Missed another putt. Ashton missed his putt. I knocked down mine. Ashton knocked down his now. Hole 18. You can't see the basket from here, but you want to throw something. Let it kind of turn over. I let that hyzer just a little too much. But I was good where I was. I got a lucky roll from where I landed. Nick took a buzz and just absolutely crushed it down the middle. This is probably one of the better shots like you can have on this hole, in my opinion. I've seen better, but by a lot better players than what we are currently playing at. Ashton threw a pretty good drive from where he was, just a little short and like to the left. AJ just hyzer too much. He's going to be about the same spot as Ashton. Ashton taking his up currently. The basket's like sitting on like a hill, so you don't want to spike too far down because then you have a chance of rolling down the hill again. And that's no bueno, mate. AJ took a nice little soft shot. That's a good spot to land for his up. This is where my drive landed. You can see the basket. AJ's over there where his up shot is, so you can kind of tell like how far the basket is from the tee pad and kind of how difficult the line is. Because you saw AJ's shots pretty easily. Everybody taking their ups. Nick was close to hitting that putt, but luckily for me, we both got pars on that, so I only lost him by one stroke on this course. Everybody knocking down their putts now. This is for my par right here. That was a big putt. Didn't seem like a big putt, but that was a big putt. AJ took his and just hit it off the top. But, so I lost by one stroke on this course. Nick absolutely crushed it. Here's the scores of this round. Nick had one birdie. I had two birdies, but he definitely killed me on that front nine. But our scores would be the Upper Meadows plus the Lower Forest. So that's it for the Lower Forest. We'll catch you on the Upper Meadows. Hope to see you there. Peace.